Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing, Ethan?
Good. How are you doing, Alex?
Cool, man. We're a little bit early, but it's halftime right now during the game, during the Bucks game. So we're just gonna go ahead and hit record. Caught a little bit off guard, but it's go time. How's your weekend been? You doing all right in your leagues?
Oh yeah. Everything's been good so far. Just keep going with the season, and make it to the playoffs and win the playoffs, and hopefully win some cash.
Oh, hey, look, we got some people that were able to catch us some time. Look at this. What's up, Chris? And our friend Nick. Eat, sleep, breathe, Ballsville. That's what's up. I agree with that, man. So, hey, what's up, everybody in Ballsville? This is the Gauntlet recap. If you weren't here for week 0, last week's episode, we had Christopher with us. That was a fun show. This is going to be about 20, 30 minutes. We're just going to recap week 1. So we'll talk a little bit about this weekend, but for the most part, we're going to recap what happened last week and how you guys performed there. So with that said, we'll go into a little quick weekend recap here. Our little segment, the good, the bad, the ugly. We picked out a few players. Ethan's got 3. I have 3, and we'll elaborate on them a little bit. Just be kind of brief about it, and we'll let Ethan go first. Go ahead, Ethan.
All right. For my good, I'm gonna take Daniel Jones with the Indianapolis Colts. He's kind of proved that he's pretty much matchup proof at this point. He played the Denver Broncos. I was kind of iffy about that game going in, even if I owned them. Playing against Pat Surtain and the best defense in the league. He proved that, he can play against anybody. He proved he's a legit quarterback. To me, he's climbing the top 10 rankings like no other. It's somebody that I would, probably look to start in the upcoming future.
I feel like Daniel Jones is where we want Justin Fields to have ended up, right?
Hey, he's gonna be better than that. And then, okay, for the bad, I'm gonna take Derrick Henry. Playing the Cleveland Browns, people see the spread. People know that Baltimore is not going to be in a real match with Cleveland. People are expecting Baltimore just to, run the ball. Henry just to chuck up fantasy numbers, put up unreal numbers. Did he even have 2 points? Against Cleveland. He had chances to score, but
I know he had 6 yards in the 4th.
Yeah, that was a big dud to me when Lamar had four passing touchdowns. And let's see. The ugly, I'm gonna take the whole New York Jets offense. With Fields, Brees, Garrett Wilson, whoever else you want to name. Against week 1, they looked legit. They looked like, a new Jets coming into town. Playing a Steelers, which is not an easy defense. They were all putting up stats.
Right.
Fields was having a field day. No irony there. But then they come around and play the Bills, and the Bills just allowed the Ravens to, score 40 on them. I imagine the Jets would at least put up some stats. Brees, Fields, Wilson, they do their thing. At least meet their projections or come near them. Fields had a horrible day. He got concussed. The Jets were the ugliest thing this week in football.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and use that to segue into my bad. We'll jump ahead here because my bad is actually Josh Allen. And you saw what a stomping they put on the Jets, who did look good in week 1. They fooled me. I hit them in DFS, and they made me, I think it's bottom like 10% with that Wilson Field stack. So my bad is Josh Allen, and it's bad because I think this is going to be the recipe for a lot of victories for the Bills. It's what works, and they're not going to play Baltimore every week. And we saw it at the end of last year in the middle too, where Josh Allen was putting up these barely double-digit games, and they were winning ball games. And if they're winning, they're not going to change the strategy. And turns out, that Cook family is just really good at running the ball, right?
Yeah.
So my good is going to be Rome Odunze, and I'm a little biased here because he was my hot take. I had Rome in the top 15 wide receivers. There's so much potential there, and I think he's the kind of guy that's going to bail out Caleb and Ben Johnson's going to love what this man has to offer that offense, and I think that's something that's going to stick. And it actually elevated me because I have Rome Odunze in a lot of leagues. For my ugly, this is rough, man. It's AJ Brown. You got any AJ Brown, Ethan?
I have a little bit. I tried to stay away. I know how the Eagles like to play ball. Oh, I try to stay away though.
So I have some third round AJ Brown, a couple shares, maybe like 2-3 leagues. And it's ugly because it doesn't seem like there is a fix there. And you're talking about what is he, 28? I think he's 28 this year, and he'll be 29 before the next season.
Should be still in his prime. Should be,
but these are the good years here, and we're seeing how the Eagles want to win games, and Jalen Hurts can do his thing in other directions. There's no Goddard here, and AJ Brown still puts up a dud of a game, so that's rough. Anyways, that's our good, our bad, our ugly. I don't have a sound bite for that, but maybe I should in the future. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get into a little recap of week 1. We have our top 5 list. Todd Barber finished last week with 167 points coming out of Apollo Dark. This is for the Gauntlet League, so these are 2 wide receiver and single flex, so that's an impressive score. We had Ethan from Minerva and Ethan again from Aries Dark putting up 164 in each of those. We had the Benninators, who I can't see because it's my screen share thing is blocked, but it's somewhere between 160 and 164. And then down below, we had Cheeky Hobson at 160. So the chart on the right is after this weekend, but this is after prime time. So we're going to ignore that for now. You can kind of see who's there. There's our friend Chris. And instead of doing that, we can go to our scoreboard section from the website. We'll hit the refresh button. Ethan, do you come and look at the scoreboard at any time?
I do try to look at it around like once a week. I like to see what's going on with the website and look at scores and all that good stuff.
So it's really cool. So right now we're in the scoreboard. We're in. It needs to be updated. Sticky. It's a triathlon still says, but it's the Gauntlet game. So we'll come over here in the latest update. I think this is still after last week or after the prime slate over the weekend. We have Mark Madness leading us at number 1 with 306 points. John Quill Berry is at number 2. Ethan at number 3 from Aries Dark. Are you aware of that, Ethan, that you're kicking ass in that league?
Yeah, I've noticed. I've put up. I mean, I got all the triathlon leagues like sectioned off and sleeper like beside each other, and I noticed like I put up a lot of points in that league. I got a really good team in that one. I like my odds in that one.
Yeah, it looks like you're here too at number 7. I'm on Rod Dark as well. So, are these? So, for those of you that don't realize, if you're not in these leagues particularly, but Ethan's one of the people who doesn't mind taking a shot, trading all his fab for the players he wants, or acquiring fab and giving up players and going through the struggle to begin the season. So, have you done anything special like that in these leagues, Ethan?
Those, yeah, I noticed the ones I'm putting up more points in are the ones where I did acquire the extra assets instead of the fab. So, yes, and Aries Dark though, I made a lot of trades. Like I traded fab for players, I traded those players for players, and other players for players. And I really like, I didn't expect my team to end up where it is, but I know my team in Aries Dark, and I believe that's the best team I got across all of them. So
nice. Maybe Aries Dark, we'll take a look at your roster next episode and see how it performed for week 2. So, look, guys. Look, give me a second here. So the name of the game is Ballsville. So we support people that make big ballsy moves. Like that's how you win these leagues, right? You take a chance. Like I have an offer sitting in my inbox. It's a dynasty trade, and it's Travis Hunter for AJ Brown. And my heart says take it. And it's been there for a week, and I haven't taken it. And I know it's the right move, but it's like if AJ Brown hits, right, we can get a little more value there. But he's on my ugly list. I don't think he's gonna hit. So, you guys can come sort through this, look for your names. We got Sorry for Cussing, Christopher up there a couple times, Andy 805, our friend GLC, and Chief Life. Oh yeah, you can click on them and see their rosters too. So Chief's Life, Andy 805, who is 805 is where I'm from. So I wish I could find out where he's from specifically. Todd Barber, Madowski, Jimmy Wojo, Coda Bear, our buddy Jojo, Prubel. These are all familiar names, some new faces. But yeah, you can come through here, check it out when you have your time. That's on the Ballsville website. So you have anything to touch on as far as that goes, Ethan? You think you're gonna be checking out the scoreboards more?
Yeah, I'll probably check it out like twice a week now. Like I'll usually just look and I mean you can section them off like week by week too, huh? Like week by week and yearly.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a really cool feature.
So use the scoreboards, guys, whenever you're in these games. You can check out best ball, redraft, all this stuff. So you can actually watch your opponent's scores. They update. Usually takes about 12 hours. Like the main slate updated last night. And I think tonight's games will probably update tomorrow afternoon. So it does have a little bit of delay, but Sticky's done a phenomenal job. You'll be able to check scores that way. And at the end of the year, if you lose a big game like our playoff weeks, if you lose to somebody, not only can you go see their score, but their league will open up for everybody that they beat. They can go and verify setting scores, trades throughout the year, whatever you want to look at. Everything's transparent. You guys don't have to wonder about what's happening. So moving on, this is a look at our Gauntlet League prototype for next year. This is our brass balls. You can see some of the names here. Kick some brass. Your brass is grass. Very, very funny, guys. The body awards. That's a great reference. So, Ethan, do you know why these particular matchups are on the? Well, it says right there. They plundered 25% of fab, right, instead of a player.
Right.
What do you think of that system right there, where you can choose? I don't want one of the players. I'd rather take 25% of your fab.
I like it. I think I'm in a same boat like that this week. Okay, so for example, like my team last week should have won but didn't. I had a lot of players left that just underperformed. I trade away Devontae Adams because that's who the person wanted. And this week he put up I would have put up 180 points this week if I had my full team. But I put up 150. I'm thinking about I'm gonna take Fab in this league. I mean, it's a cool idea. It's guillotine mixed with pirate mixed with I believe it's pirate and guillotine, huh? Just them two.
Yeah. Well, at the end we're gonna have a playoff bracket style that's gonna do the same thing, like encompass both leagues, like we did with the gods. So they'll come together for a playoff bracket style. However, what we're going to do next year, well, what I have in mind, tell me what you think, is we're going to have during the playoff bracket, week 1, everybody's going to win a little sum. Now, you can keep that, or you can both choose to wager it for the second week and then start stacking payouts that week. So every week that you go up against another person in the playoff bracket, you guys can wager against each other and have a prize for the winner and accumulate playouts along the way.
I like that. And I had a question actually, just regarding the whole 25% fab. So like, okay, so just theoretically, week 1, okay, everybody starts out with a 200 fab budget. If somebody takes 25%, that'll be 50. So the person I'm playing this week has 150. So if I want 25% of his fab, I think it's 37 and a half. So do I just get like 38 or 37 or
Yeah, you'll just round up. So people will lose fab, but people will also gain fab, and we'll just split it once, round up, and split it again. By then there'll be even numbers, and you'll just take that portion. So
okay, that was just a general question in case this week or people in the future want to take fab. But
we'll put that in writing. That's what keeps us on our toes. So the second half is underway. We're going to kind of breeze through the rest of this. So all these people took 25% fab for their victory. And then some of us plundered players. You see Sarah over here, the top left corner. She took Devontae Adams and gave up D-Hop. So you can only swap out the players in your flex, one of your flex players for one of their flex players, unless they have the little skull here. She protected A. Brown. Cool. So now she has Devontae Adams, gave up D-Hop. Over here we have Jawan Jennings getting swapped out for Travis Hunter. I think that was JoJo's victory. Bottom left, we have Jerome Ford getting swapped out for Lad McConkey. That one's going to hurt. That one hurts. And then Ridley for JCM. Everyone's calling him Bill. I guess he wants to go by that, but Jacory Krosky Merritt. Hope I did that right. So player swaps at the flex position. You build your team throughout the year. Get to week 9 where the guillotine starts. And that's how we're going to play that game. We'll keep you guys updated on how it goes in the future. But that's pretty much a wrap, guys. Check out the scoreboards. The scoreboards are going to stay open even when we go behind the paywall for all the extra tools. So pop in there, check it out. Ethan, you got anything you're looking forward to on this game right here?
Yeah, I'm looking for some more Baker to Buka and Mike Evans. I want to see the Bucks pull it out, and looking forward to the other game tonight too. The Chargers and Raiders will be a good late night game for the Central Time and East Timers. Oh, and for everybody, but looking forward to that game as well.
So we have a section in the Discord, guys. If you're part of that, under the Gauntlet recap, just kind of like a Monday Night Miracle. What do you need for for your victory and stuff. And coincidentally, I put one up there, and then Chris put one up there, and then he goes, "Oh wait, that's you." And I was like, "Oh crap, I didn't realize it was you either." So here's our matchup here in Sub-Zero. This is not part of the Gauntlet. This is actually a redraft, but it looks like we are going for. I have Gino yet to play, and
you have Keenan
Allen. Yeah, so Gino and Keenan, and he's got
nobody.
A 150 to 120 lead. So that's what we're watching for tonight. What do you think? What are my odds?
I think it's just about even, as Sleeper says. I mean, it could happen or not happen. Gino balled out last game, and Keenan did too. So I mean, I like your side, but it's a new week. Anything can happen.
So let me ask you one thing before we sign off here. How do you feel about Keenan Allen and Quentin Johnson over there in the Chargers offense?
I think one will prevail as the wide receiver too. I don't know which one yet. Keenan's getting older. Quentin's younger. And, they both looked really good last game. Keenan's the old reliable. Quentin is good too. I mean, if I were Justin Herbert, I'm ecstatic he's got that many options in that offense now. Like he's always had options at some point, but I like his. I mean, everybody's balling right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. For me, I want to see more of Omarion Hampton because I think he has a lot more to offer, and I hope they keep that air raid offense they got going on. It's real fun to watch. But I wouldn't be surprised if this wide receiving core ended up in any order 1, 2, 3. They all look pretty fuego right now. So.
Well, no, I got Ladd, the alpha, the alpha for sure, but everybody else can be after.
Oh, okay. Well, I think he's definitely the future. I think he's probably the number one. I don't think Keenan would be the number one. I don't know how they view Quentin Johnson if he ever lives up to his billing. I think he could push for that one spot, but you're probably right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all for us, guys. Ethan, you got anything else before we get out of here?
That's all, y'all. I'll be on here tomorrow with Jimbo.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. Ethan's going to be a regular on Live on the Waiver Wire, and Jimmy's birthday is on Sunday, guys. So make sure you give him a little shout out. That's all. He's got a new setup from home. He's going to be more into the technology portion of everything, so he could deliver a great product. Make sure you tune in on Tuesdays for Live on the Waiver Wire with Jimbo. That's all for us, guys. You have a good night. Don't get your head chopped into guillotine portions.